Have you ever watched a child suddenly shut down, explode, or completely freeze and thought to yourself, what just happened? What you're seeing isn't a tantrum, it's what we call an emotional flood. It's when the brain gets overwhelmed, so overloaded with feelings that it can't process them. And if this is something you're living with daily, whether at home with your child, in the classroom, or as a shadow teacher, then today's talk is for you. Hi, I'm from EducateAble. Let's unpack what's really going on in these overwhelming moments and how you can support a child through them. So, why does emotional flooding actually happen? The science tells us this. In ADHD, a dysregulated working memory and an oversensitive amygdala can take one strong emotion and spiral it into a flood. It's not that the child chooses to lose control, it's that their brain is wired to experience emotions more intensely and take longer to return to calm. That's what we call emotional dysregulation, and it's common in neurodivergent children. And here's the reality check we all need to hear. These floods aren't misbehavior, they're survival. The child's nervous system is literally trying to cope. That's why we often see symptoms like a racing heart, impulsivity, meltdowns, or complete shutdowns. Now, if you have ever typed into Google things like this, why does my ADHD child lose control over tiny triggers? How do I calm my child mid flood without making it worse? What tools can help children self regulate before things explode? Or even, how can I make an inclusive classroom that supports emotional regulation? You're not alone. These are the exact questions parents, teachers, and shadow teachers are searching for every single day. And yet, clear, relatable guidance is still hard to find. So, let's fill that gap together. What do you actually do in the moment when a child is mid flood? The very first step is safety and space. Step back. This is not the time to argue, reason, or demand explanations. Give them space. Maybe a quiet corner, a sensory retreat, or just reducing the noise and stimulation around them. Next, acknowledge the experience. Naming it can be powerful. Try something simple like, you're feeling overwhelmed, I see it. That validation builds trust, and suddenly you are not the enemy, you are the ally. Then lean on simple regulation tools, but only ones you have practiced beforehand. Breathing techniques like inhale, hold, exhale can calm the nervous system. Grounding strategies such as noticing five things around them or holding a textured object can pull them back to the present. Even gentle movement or stretching helps release the stress their body is carrying. And after the storm has passed, that's when reflection matters most. Keep it neutral, curious. Ask, what do you think triggered you? Or what helped you calm down? This builds awareness without shame. But let's not stop there because prevention is just as important as response. One of the most powerful tools I use is expressive arts. Drawing, storytelling, movement, these give children safe non-verbal ways to externalize big emotions before they boil over. Alongside that, emotion coaching is key. Teach kids to name what they are feeling early, like saying, I feel frustrated, and keep it light, playful, and part of everyday life. Scaffolding helps too. Model naming their own emotions. Give small cues like counting to 10 or choosing a regulation tool. And then always reinforce the effort, not just the outcome. Now, in the classroom and in shadow teaching, we have even more opportunities. Routines and predictability create emotional safety. Safe zones or calm down spaces give children a place to retreat to. Teaching peers about emotional differences fosters empathy rather than judgment. And the shadow teacher's role becomes crucial. Pre teaching possible triggers, co regulating in the moment, offering cues for self regulation, and gently debriefing afterwards. Let me share a quick personal example. When my son faces a meltdown at bedtime, I don't force him to explain or comply. I give him space. Say, I'm here when you are ready. And then I offer something like a warm and cozy hug. Once he's calm, we'll read a book of his choice together. And through that, he regains a sense of control in a way that feels gentle and creative. If this resonates with you, and you are ready to take the next step, I'd love you to join Introduction to Shadow Teaching and Inclusive Education for Beginners, my course with EducateAble on Alison. It's all about creating environments where every learner, including neurodivergent children, can thrive emotionally and academically. So let's recap what we have covered today. What emotional floods really are and why they matter, the quick response tools that help in the heat of the moment, and the long term strategies like expressive arts, scaffolding, and inclusive teaching that prevent floods before they happen. Support is out there, and it starts with equipping yourself. Subscribe if you did like more practical, inclusive insights, and remember, emotional floods don't mean your child is broken. They mean your child's feelings are asking for safety, support, and understanding.